once you've got a class set up and you're going to begin to populate that with students, and then you'll be able to update student information. There's several things to do. One is if you need to remember what a class that they're signing up for, you need to know the code for that. Simply click on the Update Classes. The list comes up. You can just capture this code and email that to them, or write it down and give it to them, however they want to do it. With that code, then any students that come in will, as the student application is filed, you'll click on the button to accept. Click on this button to accept students. This window will pop up, and any students that have applied are going to be noted here. If they've already been accepted, they'll be noted. If they're pending, if they have been denied, you'll know the status that they have here. If you need to accept them, it's simply a matter, we'll go in a minute and do a student, but it'll be a matter of going and clicking on this button or clicking on the student, and when you click on the student, here it would open up and give you their ID number, all the information about who they are, their password, etc. It also shows you the answers to the questions that we required them to answer, and who accepted them and what their username is. Now, if they've not been accepted, if they were pending, all this information is still here. Everything is there, but at the bottom what you'll find is a tag that just allows you to either accept them or deny them. You also set up, there's another button to set up on profile. We'll go to that in a minute. To update any students that you have, then, when you click on this button, what you'll find is another screen that will pop up, and there's two ways you can do it. One, you can begin to type in the name, and as you do, the options that they have are here. You can click on the student this way, go into look at whatever information that they currently had there, or go to their profile. Go into their profile, you're able to authorize them as a trainer, authorize them for student access. It tells you what class that they're signed up for. And if that's not the right class, you can simply adjust it by clicking on this button and then moving up and signing them up for the next class or another class. Their student ID or their student name is identified, their username that they've claimed, and if their password, if they can't get it changed even by doing the automatic change, if you need to help them, you can simply go on here, click this, it'll reset that, and it'll give them a new password to go. If you have to reset their limit counters, you're able to do that, and you can give them additional access to the Preacher's Outline and Sermon Bible either by clicking it all, or taking all that away and just clicking the things you want them, the books you want them to have based on how you're teaching them. And keep in mind that at the very bottom of this is also the Minister's Handbook, and we'd recommend that every student get a copy of the Minister's Handbook. You click Save Changes, their profile's been established. There's changes that have taken place. Another way to access them, if you just want to look at all of them, when you click on this pull down, you'll come up with a classic search. You can either put in more name, there's filters you can operate with, or you can simply click all, and every student that you have registered for all classes everywhere are identified here. Under the overview reports is the third thing you can do with every student, and you can look at either all the history or so here we've updated their profile and their student registration was accepted. If you've sent them notes through our note system or through our student assignment system, it would also note that whatever communication you've had with that student is going to be identified there. Here we've talked about accepting students, updating students, and you can access that through updating classes or updating students. Those are the two most common ways to do that.